The MCU might be taking an enforced hiatus at the minute, but that doesn't mean Marvel have cancelled their plans for phases 4 and 5. Black Widow will be coming sooner or later, and then after that we have the likes of Doctor Strange 2 and Thor Love and Thunder to look forward to. Yes, contrary to the folks who thought that Endgame would prove to be the death knell of the MCU, Marvel still have plenty up their sleeve, with leaks and rumours potentially offering us a window into what may lie ahead. According to leaker Roger Wardell, there are some very exciting things in the pipeline. He's accurately leaked some very specific Endgame information on his Twitter, @RogerWardell, which went dark in June 2019. A new Twitter page, @WardellRoger, the Mr. Snurub of the MCU leakosphere if you will, has recently started leaking more info, none of which has been verified yet, so we don't know if it's the same person. It could all be Guy Incognito levels of imposter syndrome, but it's worth picking apart all the same. So, I'm Ewan, you're watching What Culture, and here are 10 MCU leaks that might just be true. Number 10. New Deadpool films won't be in the MCU. According to Wardell's verified Twitter account, Deadpool will not be interacting with the other heroes of the MCU, at least in any meaningful way. Instead, he'll appear in his own relatively self-contained corner of the universe, just like he did in his first 2 films with Fox's X-Men universe. To be fair, everyone should have really expected this. At the end of the day, Marvel is, like it or not, an arm of Disney. Disney has a brand, and that brand is family-friendly. Well, family-friendly enough that it'll show a robot man being mercilessly murdered by a big purple space Nazi and your favorite heroes getting turned to dust, but still family-friendly, right? That's not to say Disney hasn't released R-rated films in the past either. They have, but they've released them through subsidiaries like Miramax and Dimension. Some of Disney's more adult properties include Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, Sin City, Scream, and Trainspotting, which, wait a minute, that makes Mia Wallace a Disney princess? And Jackie Brown too? Amazing. With that in mind, Deadpool getting an R-rated movie under Disney seems likely, given the success of his past 2 Fox films, but don't expect an MCU crossover, at least according to Wardell, who says there are, quote, no plans to add Deadpool in MCU Spider-Man 3, and that his past arrangement with the X-Men universe will also apply to the MCU. Number 9. Heroes for Hire. This is from the account that claims to be Wardell, though there is no clarification. So take this one with a big old dollop of sodium for now, it could all be evil Kermit for all we know. In a tweet from April, Wardell, that is Wardell, wink, said that a Heroes for Hire series was in the works at Disney+, set to debut in Phase 5. According to Wardell, this series will serve as a sort of connective tissue between the Netflix heroes and some of the Disney+ heroes. Sure, this may be a crock. First, this Twitter account doesn't have a track record of accuracy, as none of the projects related to his tweets have been released. Second, Marvel apparently sold off all the props and costumes from the Netflix show, seemingly indicating that those versions of the characters may be history. However, the rights for those characters will all be reverting from Netflix to Marvel Studios sooner rather than later. Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist will all go back to Marvel by the end of this year, and the rights to Jessica Jones and Punisher will follow suit by late February 2021. We may not have seen the last of them after all, which, oh my god, bring back Daredevil please. Charlie Cox, Deborah Ann Woll, Vincent D'Onofrio, and all that cast deserved that comeback. Need to see my fave Marvel hero mixing it on the big screen. Number 8. CLEA and Brother VOODOO are in the Multiverse of Madness. According to the verified Wardell, we can expect to see a couple of important characters make their debut in the Multiverse of Madness. First off, we have Jericho Drumm, aka Brother VOODOO. Drumm has taken Doctor Strange's place as the Sorcerer Supreme in the comics. His brother Daniel briefly appeared in the first Doctor Strange film too, wherein he was murdered by Caecilius, so baby, he got bad blood. Next up is CLEA. In the comics, CLEA is the niece of Dormammu and a significant love interest for Doctor Strange. She has also served as the ruler of the Dark Dimension. With her presence, one must wonder if and how the film will address Strange's romance with Christine Palmer. What's more, might we see the return of Dormammu? It would be a shame if we didn't, and it only seems logical given that she's directly related to him. Number 7. A whole new INHUMANS. As per Wardell's Twitter, which for the sake of clarity in this list will now be depicted as Bart's doppelganger from The Simpsons, the ill-fated ABC INHUMANS series will undergo a complete and total recast. If you were unlucky enough to catch the show in the first place, you'll probably be the first to say that this is a good move. No one cares about it, there's no nostalgia for that version of the group, and Kevin Feige would be remiss to let characters like Black Bolt, Maximus, and the lovable cuddly Lockjaw slip through his fingers. However, the tweet gets a bit more interesting. Wardell, wink, states that the ABC series will actually be an in-universe TV show in Ms. Marvel. You read that right. Within the world of the Ms. Marvel series, the Inhumans ABC series will appear on billboards and TV screens. So it was so bad, it's now gonna be used as a joke in the MCU. Yeesh. Number 6. The Thor Core. Taika Waititi coming back for Thor 4 is the best thing we could have gotten. He's the best, Ragnarok's great, and now the next one will be adapting Jason Aaron, Russell Dalterman, and Matt Wilson's Mighty Thor comic where Jane Foster becomes Thor, and oh my god, this is so good, it's one of my faves. And if you can believe it, it might even be getting better too. According to the fake, potentially real Wardell, this film will feature some version of the Thor Core. In the comics, this group was composed of various beings deemed worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. They served as a police force for God Emperor Doom on Battleworld during the 2015 Secret Wars comics, so if they do feature, probably expect a different backstory. But who could appear? Historically, the team has featured faces like Jane Foster, Beta Ray Bill, Valkyrie, Groot, and Throg. You know, like Thor, but he's a frog. Bill has to be included after that little tease in Ragnarok, and Frog Thor, well, you're all gonna love him. Number 5. Rocket's creator and Drax's daughter. Everyone loves Rocket Raccoon, and according to Wardell, that is the OG Wardell, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will see his backstory explored. His creator will be revealed as the High Evolutionary, a mad scientist who dabbles in genetic engineering. One can assume that he'll be the film's main villain, or at least one of them, and we're all left to wonder how, and if, he'll react to a genetically perfect creature like Adam Warlock, who is also set to appear in that film. Another juicy tidbit, apparently Drax's daughter is still alive, which could mean Moondragon gets her live-action debut. James Gunn recently said that someone will die in the upcoming film. With Drax's daughter making a return, might Drax go out with a fatherly sacrifice? It seems to make sense. Number 4. Potential casting for Norman Osborn. Marvel fans have been eagerly awaiting the arrival of Norman Osborn in the MCU ever since Captain America: Civil War. He works great both as a Spidey villain and as an antagonist for the Avengers, which has led plenty of fans to speculate as to who would be best for the role. According to Wardell's unverified account, Marvel may have 2 actors in mind. One of them is Bob Odenkirk of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul fame. The other actor is David Morrissey, aka the Governor from The Walking Dead. This tweet lines up with one from Wardell's verified account, stating that Marvel are huge fans of the actor and are considering multiple roles for him in the future. Morrissey seems more like the intense, menacing type and has accordingly found himself at the center of many fan casting lists. That said, the newer Wardell account warned that Osborn will not take on his goblin form for the foreseeable future, which might be a disappointment if you were hoping for Back to Formula 2.0. Number 3. The origins of the X-Men. One of the most intriguing upcoming MCU projects is the Eternals, and that goes double if you're a big fan of Jack Kirby. This millennia-spanning epic is set to present us the long-standing feud between the titular Eternals and their evil counterparts, the Deviants. According to the newer, unverified Wardell, the Deviants, also known as the Changing People, will play a pivotal role in more than just the Eternals. He also states that their descendants are heading for Phase 4. Does that mean mutants? Many fans have speculated that the Eternals could have somehow passed on their superhuman abilities, possibly by interbreeding with humans, with certain descendants inheriting these powers in the form of a dormant X gene. This is the most popular theory about the film, and it may just turn out to be true. Number 2. The Thunderbolts are coming. You have to wonder why Marvel decided to start Phase 4 with Black Widow, a movie set entirely in the past. Sure, I'm really excited by it, but Black Widow is launching not just Phase 4, but the new era of the MCU, an era without Cap and Iron Man. It needs to be significant, and it needs to set something up. According to Wardell, one character in Black Widow looks poised for big things in the future. On his verified account, he tweeted that Marvel plans to use Thunderbolt Ross, Zemo, Justin Hammer, Ghost, and Abomination somewhere down the road, specifically in a Thunderbolts trilogy. He notes that the villain in the first film is set to be the leader, who was teased at the end of 2008's Incredible Hulk. On his unverified account, he notes that Ross becomes Red Hulk through a combination of the Weapon Plus program and Extremis, introduced in Iron Man 3. Given Ross is in Black Widow, the film may just find a whole new kind of salience. And number 1, Doctor Doom is nigh. Doctor Doom is arguably, screw that, is the greatest villain in Marvel Comics, and according to the newer Wardell, he may be dropping in sooner rather than later. On his unverified account, he notes that WandaVision, as well as the Multiverse of Madness, will lay the groundwork for his MCU debut. How? Well, he doesn't specify. However, this isn't the first clue we've gotten linking WandaVision to Doctor Doom. Back in December, actress Sheila Knox tweeted that she was cast in WandaVision. She later tweeted that she was filming in Helen, Georgia, a small Bavarian-inspired town in the Appalachian Mountains, which was acting as a stand-in for Doomstadt, aka the capital city of Latveria. The newer Wardell's tweet also mentions that the Darkhold, a book of magic that featured in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Runaways, will be instrumental to the story of WandaVision. Perhaps it allows communion with the dead, something Doom has historically been very interested in since his mother's passing. Actually, this has kinda gotten me thinking. What if the third Doctor Strange film is based on Triumph and Torment, a comic where both Strange and Doom teamed up to go to hell to save Doom's own mother? It's an incredibly cool story and definitely deserves to be on the big screen. Besides that, the tweet also notes that Ghost Rider and Captain Britain, the latter of whom was teased in Endgame, will appear in the Doctor Strange sequel. Crikey, with Sam Raimi on board too, the Multiverse of Madness sounds absolutely incredible. Roll on next year. And yeah, that was our list on some of the juiciest MCU rumors doing the rounds online at the moment. Which ones do you hope come true? Let us know down in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That's all for now though, I hope you're staying safe and well wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye!